issue of Confederate monuments is back up for debate in Georgia. A bill that's passed the state Senate would prevent a public monument from being moved.
It also came close to stopping what many see as progress on Savannah's monument at Forsyth Park. WSAV's Joanne Merrigan is here with a closer look at that and the legislation.
Well, the bill calls for stronger protections for public monuments and even penalties for those who damage them. And in its original version, it would have even prevented interpretive panels from being placed beside a monument to explain more about the history of the Civil War. Well, after debate, that was eliminated and the panels are back in. And some in Savannah say rightly so.
So the recommendation was to tell the story of everyone. Be respectful of everyone with regards to, because the story is not just isolated to just one group of people.
Dr. Jamal Touré was one of the members of a task force that last year made recommendations about how to include a broader picture of history here at Forsyth Park, including the role of slavery in the Civil War. That calls for panels or interpretive guides to be placed beside this monument.
Seeing the full story of it, not the mythology, not romanticizing, not just saying this is about heritage. And that's why I tell folks, no, it's time for us to stop that and let's deal with the history honestly and openly, because all of us need to know the history. That's what makes us great as a nation, when we know the full story.
From Savannah to Statesboro and other places across the state, the issue of removing monuments or even expanding them in some way has been controversial in the past few years. Now the Senate bill calls for protections of monuments and would even prevent a city from removing one. Backers of the bill say it preserves important history. The Southern Environmental Law Center, though, issued a statement on the Senate bill saying monuments dedicated to those who fought to defend slavery belong in places like museums, where they can be examined in their proper context, not in public spaces such as government lands, schools, or parks. Jamal believes the local approach to broaden the story at this monument could serve as an example.
If anything, that at the state legislature, they should be following the pattern in Savannah, Georgia. What was done with the great committee members that were a part of this that the city put forward. The task force came up with ingenious ideas on how to address this fairly with regard to the story for everyone, not just regarding men, but also women and various ethnicities, showing everyone is a part of the story right here, not just one group of people.
We did reach out to the city of Savannah to find out when and if the recommended panels will be installed at Forsyth Park. We're told it's being reviewed at this point. The task force never said the monument should be moved, but it is hoping for more of Georgia's history on the war to be displayed. Joanne Merrigan, WSAV News 3.